What is a family office and when do you need it? This is a question that some people know to ask, but others think it doesn't apply to them. And so they don't even do the analysis as to whether a family office is appropriate for their family. So let's talk about what it does, what it is, and when you should consider having one. Historically, it was something that the ultra high net worth families did. Hundreds of millions, billions. Today, life is ever more complicated and fast moving, and we find that family offices, smaller in scale perhaps, can still serve a great purpose for families that might have something in the ballpark of $25 to $100 million. Why we think they're of service is because they act as a sort of a business overlay to the family function. So a lot of times we've got multiple generations, we've got multiple investments, and at some stage we have some management going from one generation to the other, or some management going from perhaps the founders to a professional C-suite of people. That doesn't mean the family is not shareholders, and that doesn't mean that the family doesn't have a seat at the table. So family offices really don't operate everyday businesses. So they're not running the company. They're not necessarily serving all the executive functions at a business. A family office is really the business office for the family. So the money that comes out of that entity that may need to be deployed in real estate or other creative investments, that's going to go through the family office where you have tax experts, you have lawyers, you have estate planners, and you have, rather than saying I'm going to hire this large firm and write these large checks every month and have a different team at every turn, a family can say, I work with Jim. Jim is the one that deals with finance. Jim is going to take care of my daughter who is buying her first personal residence. Or, hey, I need to take a loan because my daughter's getting married this year and she wants to do it, of course, in Fiji and have a 5-day-long vacation. That is all stuff that can be dealt with to make the individual lives easier with these people that they have on staff who are experts, but also can provide them a little bit more flexibility than a third party might. So family offices are a great resource in order to make the money work for you, to look for business opportunities by pooling your resources and perhaps getting in at the, sort of entry level of a new company because you have a certain level of capital where you qualify. There are really myriad ways you can create your family office. It depends on what your family likes to do, whether your family is looking more for a lifestyle and looking more for people to handle the business side of their personal lives, or they're looking to deploy their capital in new creative ways. And they want to make sure that they have professional grade advisors working always for them, looking for opportunities for them, and making sure that they really breed cohesivity by bringing the family together, having those family meetings, training that next generation as to what it means to be a part of the family. So I think they're a great thing. I think it's really nice to know that you have your team and that team of people is always working for you. So if your family is multi-generational and is still building wealth or trying to preserve the wealth they have, then I think a family office should be considered.